Hello, my name is Riyama, an AI. Welcome to Bigo Live and WAFDA new host training. Thank you for becoming a pivotal part of the Bigo Live family. In this training, we will cover information for becoming successful hosts on the Bigo Live app. This video and the new host training document are intended to help you be as successful as possible on Bigo Live. Please ensure you keep the links to both so that you may refer back to them in the future. Bigo has also included a link that describes features of the app in your audition approval message. This video is not intended to teach you how to use the Bigo Live app. We are instead here to talk about growth and success on Bigo. The purpose of this training is to arm you with the tools you need as a host of WAFDA. We will cover how we get paid and a brief explanation of some best practices while streaming. However, nothing beats experience on the app. Going live and watching others live is ultimately the best way to learn. Before we get into streaming best practices, we want to discuss how you get paid to ensure we are all on the same page and that there is no confusion. Please refer to the basic pay chart for this section. There is a link in the description below, and pay is broken down in the chart. There is a column for tier, required hours, beans, and the host commission. The most important column, aside from pay of course, is the beans column. Beans are where you earn your commission pay. The other columns, pay and tier, are based on the beans you earn throughout the month. A pay period on Bigo Live covers 1 calendar month starting on the first day of the month and ending on the last day. You earn beans each month from the gifts sent to you. Each gift on the app has a value anywhere from 1 bean to 50,000 beans. When your viewers use their money to send you one of these gifts, it goes to your beans tally for that month. At the end of the month, you will be paid from the amount of beans you accumulated. You can keep track of the beans you've earned over the course of the month through your live data, which you'll find in your wallet on the app. Please keep in mind that beans earned may take up to 48 hours to be logged into your live data. Now you're probably wondering how hours factor into the equation. The hours column is the number of hours required to be paid in full for the beans tier you qualify for. For example, say for the month of March you earn 300,000 beans through gifts from your viewers. That qualifies you for the S4 tier and a payout of $2,600. However, you must complete 34 hours live throughout the month to be paid the full amount. If you fail to reach 34 hours, you will receive a penalty of up to half the commission pay, or have your pay tier drop to the one that coincides with the number of hours you did complete, whichever amount is higher. If in this case, for example, you fail to complete 34 hours, but do reach 33, your pay will be $2,000 for meeting the hours requirement of the S3 tier. Please note that a limit of 2 hours per day count toward your hours quota for the month. So plan your live streaming accordingly. Now let's discuss some best practices for success on Bigo Live. For this section, we are going to cover these topics: presentation, personality, content, networking, hours, and finally, self-promotion. A large part of presentation will start before you begin your live on Bigo. Presentation is what your viewers see and hear when they join your live on the app, and there are a few things you should consider to ensure you have the best presentation possible. First, there's audio and video quality. For the most part, audio and video quality are dictated by your device. However, there are things you can do to ensure you are getting the best audio and video quality. When it comes to video quality, the first thing you should do is ensure your camera lens is wiped clean and free of cracks, dust, fingerprints, or debris. Do this each time you go live. Additionally, oftentimes your device's rear-facing camera might be of better quality than the front-facing camera. If your camera's quality is poor or it has a crack that can't be fixed on the front-facing camera, you can try using the rear-facing camera to get the best possible picture. This will of course mean you cannot interact with your audience as you can't see their comments. You will also have to test the correct placement of your device to ensure you're positioned on screen appropriately for your live. Cleaning your lens works to improve your video quality, as does ensuring your mic port is free of lint or debris and isn't being blocked by laying on a surface that may interfere with the traveling of the sound. We also recommend using a tripod or stand for your device, as placing it on a surface can cause it to fall over. Limit your hands. It also can cause feedback between your mic and speaker, as your speaker audio can bounce off the surface back to the mic, oftentimes causing your audio to cut out due to the device's built-in feedback protection and noise canceling. For this reason, you may also want to consider using a Bluetooth headset as well. Practice with your device to see what works best for you when it comes to the camera and mic. Record videos of yourself. Practice your content. Ensure you are getting the best quality video and audio possible. Another important part of presentation is lighting. Due to the way cameras function, lighting yourself well will improve the overall quality of your video by reducing blurriness, pixelization, and graininess. Natural light is the most powerful. You may want to consider going live during the day in front of a large window or outside. However, this may not be practical for all situations. You might want to consider getting high-lumen lights for your overhead fixtures and purchasing a ring light or other external professional photo light source for your lives, as these are great alternatives if natural light isn't practical. Next, you will want to think about your background. The background can set the mood for your lives or totally ruin it, and it can be an easily overlooked element. Having a clean background will be less distracting for your viewers, allowing them to focus on you. You generally want your background to complement you and may want to consider props or lighting to help create the image of you want to sell to your fans, or you might want to use a wall or corner in your home with nothing in the background at all. This all depends on the content you're bringing to the app and may take some experimentation. Again, you may want to record test video with your device and analyze it for ways you can make improvements or changes. It is not uncommon for hosts on Bigo to keep a spot in their home dedicated to streaming they set up and don't change, and it may be something you want to consider as well. The final part of presentation is yourself. You always want to put your best foot forward on Bigo, and if you have a persona or character that you portray for the app, you want to consider all the things in your own appearance that help to sell that persona. You want to consider your wardrobe and accessories, hair, and makeup. Always look your best. Audiences appreciate the effort. Now let's talk about personality. I'm going to separate this section into two parts: things you may want to do when you're new to the app and building your following, and things you can do to keep your audience entertained once you've generated a small following in order to continue to grow. Being personable and interacting with your followers and viewers is a major key to success on Bigo, and is especially important and impactful to help you grow when your account is brand new. Engaging with your audience has a psychological impact on them, making them more apt to support you with gifts and remain in your live as a viewer. Oftentimes, especially when you're a new broadcaster, the challenge is to get your audience talking and engaging with you, and you may feel as if you're talking to yourself. Depending on your persona, you can actually include being upfront about that fact as a part of your lives. Some people may be more willing to react and engage when you say, "I feel like I'm talking to myself," or "talking to myself is making me feel self-conscious," as it makes you seem more approachable, which in itself can be a challenge. Sometimes viewers can be intimidated about approaching someone, even with the relative anonymity of the internet and despite the fact that you're the one live. You can oftentimes get people engaged by asking questions. Asking where members of the audience are geographically, their age, interests, etc. may get them engaging with you. All of that also has to filter through your persona as well. While persona for most broadcasters is just themselves, it is possible as well to craft a false persona for yourself strictly for broadcasting. For broadcasters that do this, the persona may just be a derivative of their own personality with a few additional quirks. Others may build a whole different persona that has no similarities at all with their original selves. Beyoncé Knowles once stated the stage persona for herself was a woman she named Sasha Fierce, and even named an album for her. In Beyoncé's case, Sasha was a woman confident enough to perform in front of thousands of people, when Beyoncé herself may feel self-conscious doing so. You don't want your persona to come across as fake or a mask. So you'll want to ensure it's something that you can maintain realistically if you choose to go this route. Sometimes your persona is just you with a little something extra. Sometimes, like with Sasha, it is a whole different person from you with a different name and even backstory. It's important to note that this persona should evolve as your following grows as well. As a new broadcaster on Bigo, you may want to tone down negative aspects of your persona. A persona can be someone not generally easy to get along with for various reasons. However, to help you grow that following, early on you might be a bit more personable or hide those difficult personality traits. As your following grows, your persona may gain more confidence and those traits may come to the surface more. Some things you will always want to do when it comes to helping yourself grow on the app is first, call out new people that join your lives by name and welcome them to the live. This can oftentimes get them engaging with you. Next, continuously remind your viewers to follow you. Bigo gets thousands of new users daily and many don't even know how the app works. Some won't even know following is possible. Always pause and remind people to follow you every few minutes and let them know how to follow you as well by tapping the plus sign by your name at the top or tapping your name and hitting the follow button when your profile pops up on their screen. It is also a good practice to tell your viewers to help your live out by tapping the screen. Tapping the screen in your live gives you a heart. It is a similar practice to giving a like to a post on other social media. It gives you an algorithm boost each time it's done and each viewer can tap for you up to 999 times. Viewers can also share your live on their social media or to their other friends on the app as well. And just like with follows and screen taps, you will want to remind your viewers to do this for you as well. You also want to remind your viewers to send you gifts. While you don't want to sound like you're begging, your gifts get you paid, and they're also an important part of boosting you in the algorithm. Saying things like "I appreciate all gifts, even small ones," and thanking viewers that send gifts by name can entice a gifter to gift more and entice someone who hasn't gifted to gift you. Just like with follows, it can prompt new users who were unaware they have the capability to send a gift to do so as well. As you can see in the beginning, engaging with your audience and keeping a close eye on your comments will help you grow on the app. Everything I just mentioned, gaining a new follower, your viewers commenting back and forth with you, your viewers tapping the screen, your viewers sharing your live, and your viewers gifting you, all give you an algorithm boost that will give your live stream more visibility on the home screen, which in turn gets you more viewers and thusly more potential gifters. You may feel as if you sound like a broken record, continuously prompting your viewers to do those things every few minutes, but the payoff will make it worthwhile. As your following grows, you may choose to directly engage less with your audience for specific reasons. One reason is you may evolve into more of a curated show where you talk about a topic and give your opinion without viewer input. In this situation, you may want to pause for audience engagement every so often in the show. This is something you see with a lot of bigger podcasts where they pause for questions or comments from the audience and is derivative of or an evolution of how daytime talk shows are presented. If you grow your following large enough, topic of discussion may generate individual conversations between viewers in the comments independent of you. You may only need to check for new added value to what you're saying. Of course, this is dependent on your persona and content. Now let's pause for a quick section on content. Many of you have generated a following on other platforms and can and should leverage the type of content your followers are used to seeing as something you do on Bigo. However, if you don't yet have a following and or don't produce content currently, this section will give you some ideas on what to do. First, let's talk performance and talent. As we mentioned before, growing your following when you're brand new to the app is best done through engaging with your audience via back and forth conversation. This remains true if you have a talent. What we suggest is that if you want to include a performance element, you consider doing it intermittently throughout your live and include discussion as the primary focus starting out. To give an example, say you are a singer. You can go live with the intention of talking about vocalists you admire and plan to sing some songs from a couple of your favorites. The conversation should focus on that topic first and then pause for the performance element. So you might want to pre-plan by doing a little research on the artists you plan to discuss and cover and talk about interesting facts you didn't know about them. Engage with the audience by asking if they know unique or interesting facts about the artist and even play some of their songs in the background. Then have the audience choose from a couple of the artist's songs for you to cover yourself. While the performance is an element of the live, the focus is more of a delve into the history of another artist you admire. This is a good way for your followers and viewers to learn something about you outside of your own music by hearing about your musical influences. As your following grows, you might want to change your approach. You may want to live stream a full concert performance you do for your fans. For this, I would recommend also promoting the performance on Bigo by posting to the bar, communities, and your other socials. Talking about the performances in lives leading up to the day and then devoting an entire stream to the performance, with pauses to engage your audience intermittently. For talk, socializing, podcasts, celebrity gossip, etc., I would recommend having topics for discussion planned in advance. If there's something in the news, something on social media, etc., find all the info you can and then talk about it on live. Reference your sources when you engage with your fans, etc. As with performances, your talk or podcast should evolve in format as you grow your following. Originally, you will want things to be more of a back-and-forth discussion with your viewers. Later, you can plan to present the information on the topic along with your opinions uninterrupted, and then have periods of audience interaction. The next topic we'll discuss is networking. Networking on Bigo can be a great way to put yourself in front of new viewers that can become followers. Other broadcasters on the app are also a good source of support, can help you learn the app, and can mentor you. Making yourself as visible on Bigo as possible is not just recommended, it's required for success, and there are many ways to do so. The first is to use the line and match feature while you're live. The match feature starts a line between yourself and another random person on the app. Line is a type of live that joins two broadcasts together. In a regular line, you choose the broadcaster through your friends list. Both audiences can see and interact with each other. So when you line or match, you are putting yourself in front of a whole new audience who is then seeing you for the first time and can then follow you. Next is joining a panel or multi-live. The multi-live feature in the app allows you to have other people join you and be a part of your live. You can have up to 11 other people be a part of your multi-live, which creates an opportunity for a really interactive experience and live discussions. When you're new to the app, however, you may not have enough followers and friends on the app to get a multi-live going. But joining others' multi-lives is another option. Oftentimes, broadcasters will allow anyone that wants to join their multi-lives. This can be an opportunity for you to meet someone new and yet again get in front of a new audience. Posting to the bar is another great way to network and gain new followers. We recommend posting to the bar every day. The bar allows users to post photos, short-form video, and text, and is a great way for other users on the app to get an idea for the type of content you bring without seeing you live. Joining a community is another way for you to network. Like the bar, communities allow users to post photos, videos, and text. What makes communities stand out is they're generally focused on a specific topic or feature a specific type of streamer. This can help you find new followers or possibly mentors that share interests and content similar to yours. Joining a family is another way to network on the app. Families are a group of users on the app that generally work together to help each other succeed. Each family is different. Some may have entry requirements, others may accept anyone. Some are run like a business, others may be open and have no specific structure. Some may hold events in the app like multi-lives, giveaways, etc. Others may just be a social club to meet people. Some may do in-person events off the app and have other ways to socialize outside of Bigo. Others may be strictly app-only. Choosing a family is something you shouldn't take lightly. Always talk to the family leader and other members to ensure the goals and personalities of the family are the right fit for you. The next topic is going to be hours. We talked about how hours are required to get paid appropriately. However, hours are an important factor in growing your following too. Metrics and data from the app has shown that more hours generally equates to reaching higher tiers each month on the app. But consistency is also important. You may want to experiment a bit with the best time for you, but going live daily at around the same time has been shown to have a great impact on the success of broadcasters on Bigo. In addition to this, staying live for at least 2 hours also has a massive impact on success. While no host is forced into a specific number of hours or times, Going live 2 hours a day daily is the best way to grow a following on the app. While we understand this is a demanding schedule and not every broadcaster can do this realistically, it is worth mentioning and cannot be understated just how doing more hours impacts your success on the app. Even planning to go live daily your first few months, and then reducing those hours afterward can pay off hugely for you on Bigo. The final topic we'll cover is self-promotion. We've already been pretty thorough about how to promote yourself on the app, so we'll focus this section on how to promote yourself off the app. As we all know, social media is a great place to promote for free. Sharing your Bigo ID on your social media feed is a great way to leverage the following you already have on other apps. You can even add a link to your Bigo profile by typing www.bigo.tv/user/your Bigo ID. It is worth noting your Bigo ID is not your username. In fact, your username is not actually unique to you on Bigo. When you create your Bigo account, your Bigo ID is set to a randomly generated unique string of numbers. While you are free to keep this as your Bigo ID permanently, the system also allows you to change it one time to something more personal to you. If you've branded yourself under a certain ID on other social media sites, we suggest using this same name as your Bigo ID, as it will make it easier for those fans to find you on the app. In addition to using the Bigo.tv website link in your bio or in a link on your stories, you can also apply for a special Bigo ambassador link. Please contact us for more information. Promoting yourself on social media can be done in many ways. Traditional feed posts are great as they will continue to generate interest passively from your following. Story posts are great because you can include a link sticker and include your Bigo.tv or affiliate link. They can also be kept in highlights indefinitely. You are also free to promote yourself using sponsored ads on social media sites as well. Keep in mind that purchasing sponsored ads is something you do on your own and Bigo does not reimburse you for the cost. It is an investment in yourself. Every WAFDA host is also entitled to one free promotional poster. Contact us via Discord to inquire. Social media is but one option for self-promotion. It is a good idea to think outside the box, use your imagination, intuition, and leverage your own relationships to help you grow your following. There are many examples of broadcasters using unique means to grow their following on Bigo. Reddit, Craigslist, job boards, passing out cards, and purchasing influencer promo have been avenues many people have tried to varying results. Your limit is your own creativity. This concludes your new host training. Welcome to the Bigo family. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us on Discord or via WhatsApp.